How you guys doing? Hammer of Justice Media here.
Where we give you quality content, honest opinions, and genuine thoughts.
And for our first movie review, we're going to be giving you our initial thoughts on Rocketman.
Do you even care how much pressure I'm under?
Not really. I'll still be collecting my 20% long after you've killed yourself.
Maybe I should have tried to be more ordinary.
You were never ordinary.
What a shy little boy you were. Look at you now.
First off, I just want to say how we do these reviews. We all have seen the movie, but we wait until the camera is rolling to tell each other our thoughts. So none of us know how any of us feel about this movie right now. And I'm just going to let you guys know I loved it. Loved the movie. I went into it expecting less than I got, honestly. I mean, it's just a great film overall. Like, it was very heartfelt. A lot of scenes resonated with me. Taron Egerton did a wonderful job. What is the director's name? I swear I cannot remember this guy. Dexter what?
Dexter Fletcher.
Dexter Fletcher did a wonderful job directing. The dancing, the choreography was well done.
And I just wanted to say, going from Eddie the Eagle, which was his the movie I saw first that got him on there. Definitely a big change from that to this.
And the way they use some of the songs in the movie. My favorite one was I Want Love. That was probably my favorite one in the movie just because I love the way that they use the song. A lot of iconic Elton songs that Elton John fans will really get into. If you're an Elton John fan, go see this movie because it's amazing.
I thought Taron Egerton done a really well job. I thought that his facial reactions towards things and his expressions were really well done. I think he brought a lot to the table as a character. I think that the overall movie was really well done. The costume design and everything was pretty on spot.
Yeah. They did really well with his clothes.
Yeah, the whole set design was really well done, and some of the special effects they added were pretty cool how they done it.
Alrighty. Brad, you want to go first?
Yeah, no, I agree with almost everything you guys say. The choreography was fucking amazing. It was spectacular.
Yeah. It was wonderful.
The one musical number that stood out to me that really shined was Saturday Nights Are Alright for Fighting. Oh, it was
wonderful scene.
So energetic. Taron Egerton, that scene was just electrifying. Like that, I think right at that moment I was like, okay, we're in for something special here. Because the beginning of the movie is a little bit slow. You know what I mean? It kind of takes its time. You know, the pacing's a little bit. It's lagging, but at the same time you're still invested because the characters and the performances are both really good. But I think it's that musical number that really jump starts the movie. You know, really that's where it starts taking off. I thought all the performances. I mean, Taron Egerton was amazing. As you know, everyone here has said. Jamie Bell, I thought was really good.
Oh, he did.
I thought he did really good. The guy that played John Reed, is that the band? Yeah, he actually did. I wasn't expecting that, and the reason why I wasn't expecting that is because in Bohemian Rhapsody, that same character is viewed as a good person. But in this movie, he's kind of viewed as a dick that ends up, you know, they do something different with it, and I thought he did a fabulous job with with portraying that. I don't know what my favorite musical number from this movie is, because I want to say Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting, but at the same time, I really enjoyed Honky Cat.
Honky Cat was awesome.
Honky Cat was really good.
Was a great one.
But just my overall thoughts. I really enjoyed this movie. it exceeded my expectations. You know, I was coming in. No, I had a feeling it was going to be a musical, and once you know we get that first, I think it was the opening with when he comes through the
when he goes
the
into
rehab
AA,
facility,
right?
and then he sees his and it's like, okay, we're in a musical. This is it. And I think the musical fit really well with
And I
with
don't
the
even
story.
think that it was like full musical. I think it was more like they threw in musical aspects into it because it didn't feel like a full musical to me, but it still fit really well together.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. So, for me, given the fact that the creative team was pretty similar for this movie, that well, they had a lot of the same characters coming in that worked on Bohemian Rhapsody. I did not like Bohemian Rhapsody that much. I was very disappointed by it. So I was a little bit worried going into this one. And from the beginning, I knew that there were definitely going to be musical aspects to it. But there are definitely musicals I like and I don't like.
I knew he wasn't gonna like it.
Well, no.
Hey, whoa,
just
whoa.
let me. All right.
Let the man speak.
He's putting words in my mouth here. All right. The beginning of the movie, I definitely was not warming up to it right away because for me, the musical numbers, there has to be something very special, very distinctive about them. So the beginning, like Brad kind of said, it did drag, it did take its time. I thought maybe they focused on his childhood a little bit too long. Having said that, once he gets into his early adult years, you see where all of that time they put into the kid Elton John pays off. And yeah, after about the 20-minute mark, I went from just kind of taking what the movie was giving to me to immediately loving every second of it. I was so impressed with this movie. Yeah,
I didn't think you were gonna like it.
Oh no, and like you guys said, Taron Egerton completely knocks it out of the park. The musical aspects, they weren't overwhelming, you know. They it's not like the story is told strictly through music. It's not it isn't a full-blown musical like Jeremy said.
Yeah.
And when they do have the musical numbers, all of the Elton John songs they use to progress the story in some way or another. I will say I'm so glad this movie got an R rating. Because if it was PG-13, it wouldn't have worked.
It wouldn't have been able to tell the story
this
effectively.
Movie did not shy away from anything. And when he was, during the latter half of the movie when they're dealing with his drug problems, they do a great job with the cinematography of showing kind of like a bottomless pit that he was kind of stuck in. And, man, just the way that they it all pays off with his childhood kind of version of Elton John to his young adult to his superstar Elton John, and just the themes that they push forward. I was just blown away by this movie, honestly, and it definitely helped. I went in with little to no expectations, or even having low expectations at that. So yeah, I was thoroughly impressed with this movie. I definitely want to see it again as soon as I can.
I kind of dived into a little bit in my opening statement, but right when I came out, even because I saw it with Cameron, and it was kind of hard because right when it was over, we both looked at each other, and I was like, I can't talk to you about
That's
it.
what
I can't talk to you about it.
Me and Jerm did the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, there are so many things I want to say.
Yeah.
But we have to wait until tomorrow. That's a big aspect of the way we do this channel, to make sure all of our reactions are genuine and
genuine thoughts.
Exactly. And
key.
I really wanted to talk about the Rocketman.
Yes.
Oh my lord. I don't want to get into spoilers or anything, but the visual effects,
amazing.
The cinematography, the editing during this musical number, I thought was far and away some of the most impressive I've seen in any, quote unquote musical film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think even the way that they set up that sequence, set up that musical number, it has so much emotion to it. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, oh wow, this looks so nice. But like when you see it a second time, I've seen it twice. When you see it a second time, you really look at it from a different perspective, because once you understand where that character is in that story, it's kind of super heartbreaking when you're watching that sequence unfold. I absolutely love that. Yeah, it's up there as one of my favorite musical numbers from this movie. But at the same time, man, Honky Cat was so good. It was because I've been revisiting the soundtrack to this movie.
Oh yeah,
and
me too.
Because I've listened to the original and I listened to this one, and they do such a great job of making it its own, but still paying tribute to the original music.
Absolutely, and I want to say, even though he does a pretty good job of hitting the same kind of inflections that Elton John has, Taron Egerton used his own voice to sing all of these songs. And man, this guy is a great singer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It could have been, he could have fallen flat on his face, or they could have just overdubbed it with actual John's Elton voice. Elton John's actual voice.
John Elton. That's
John Elton.
And
his cousin.
but yeah, I just wanted to say, great singer. He did a great job of performing all of the tracks and really capturing what they meant, what the lyrics meant. Speaking of lyrics, I was really worried they weren't gonna focus enough on Bernie Taupin, because Elton John fans will automatically go to that, because Bernie Taupin was as big a part of Elton John as Elton John actually was. And like I said, the way that they used the lyrics to kind of progress the story, they used the songs in a meaningful way. It wasn't like they were just throwing in random musical numbers.
And I think the songs that they chose really progressed the story along. And I think the musical helped jump in time, not rush scenes.
Made the transition.
Yeah, it just made the transitions through musical numbers, which I thought was really nice and really pretty cool.
I'm kind of stuck between two songs on this one. I'm kind of stuck between I Want Love and
I Want Love. That
and
was really
Your Song.
I really liked your song. I thought because when
super emotional scene.
Because when you think about it, you think they would do some big musical number for your song, but the way that they did it was very, very
subtle.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
And that's how that song is. It's really subtle. It's really beautiful. It shouldn't have a big spectacle, music set piece. It's contained. You don't want to make it something that's not.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, so I think for our first review, I'm glad we chose this movie, because as soon as I got done watching it, I was like, yeah, I know that they all loved it.
Yeah.
I was really eager to still hear what y'all had to say about it, but in closing, we use a rating scale of we don't do a numerical or a letter grade or anything like that. We do see it, skip it, or rent it. And for me, I would say absolutely see it. Totally worth seeing in theaters.
Yeah, I'm definitely with Jay. You should definitely go see this movie. It has a lot going for it. And if you're a fan of Elton John, you would really like this movie. How they incorporate his life and his story and all his music into this movie. It was really well done.
I agree with Jay and Jerm. See it. 100% see it. It was a great movie for Elton John fans. Go see it. 100%.
Don't go see this movie. It's trash. I'm just kidding. Go see this movie. Go see this movie. It's amazing. Probably my second favorite movie of the year. Absolutely amazing. Go check it out. It's a blast.
All right. Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us. We're going to have another movie review up next week. We also might have an album review up, but more on that later.
See y'all later.
All right.
Deuces.
Peace out.
Ah.